So there's 8 content exposure points that you want to be building your content from. Number 6 is actions, right? This is moving your feet, right? This is action-oriented content. So it's either things that you have done, like things you are making happen, or it can take the angle of things that, you know, that other people need to be making happen. Think of it as to-do list, action items. You know, what does all of that look like, right? What does it look like? So here's an example. This is an extremely simplified one, but this is very action oriented. This is a meme I posted. Read it. While you're out finding yourself, I'm finding the money that you're leaving on the table. Right? That's an action. That's a moment. That's me taking an action. That's you should be taking an action, right? That's an action-oriented post. You could also put there like directive, right? It's a directive. Does that make sense, everybody? And it could be a quote or a meme or a thought or a video or whatever, but that's what that is. Number 7, right? So we've got like action forward, action oriented. And then number 7 is, where do you go? Like, where do your feet take you? Like, you know, I mean, the dry cleaning one could fall into that category as well, but it's like, hey, you know, I just got to share my local coffee shop. I absolutely love it. I go here every morning. It's part of my rituals. Like, where do you go? Where do your feet take you? Where does your body take you? Where do you go? Number 8 is your lifestyle, right? Obviously, an example of any of the, well, I'll give you actually 2 different examples. Actually, let's just go to my feed really quickly, and I'll give you a few examples of different things so you can get an idea. So this was a funny one on Christmas Eve. It said, "'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, parents are building shit." The end, right? That is a lifestyle post, right? Any parent's going to get, I mean, 188 likes, 57 comments, right? Right. And then people are saying, putting stuff together and also realizing batteries are not included at 11 p.m., right? That's a lifestyle post. I didn't try to make it a business lesson. It's simply lifestyle, right? I'm a mom. It's Christmas Eve. Everybody's putting shit together. So that's an example of a lifestyle post. Let me go and give you 9. Oh, I said 8 exposure points and there's 9. Look at that. Sorry. It's the 9 exposure points. So it's lifestyle and then it's environment is number 9, right? So now we have all 9. Now let me just show you examples of differences. And let me tell you what ends up happening. And I want you to think about people that you follow on social and different things. I've got some people that I think are really good copywriters in my feed. They're wonderful people. And it's like, everything is lifestyle. And I'm like, I get it. You're in a lot of beaches and you wear fancy dress. I fucking get it. Do you do anything else? Like, do you have another side to your life? Is there, like, does your cat ever shit on the floor? Like, what? Like, great. You got pretty dresses. I'm proud of you. Right. And it actually, I get annoyed. And then I've got people, you know, there's somebody I'm following, well, not that I'm following, they're just in my feed, and everything is head. And what they're saying is actually quite good, and they're very charismatic, but it's like, here's the lesson for today, right? Like, here's how you get more clients. Here's a good way, you know, and oftentimes, like I said, they're charismatic and they'll even relate to like an article I read or, you know, or something I saw, but it's like all information. Right? It's all information. And this is where you develop major content fatigue, right? Major content fatigue is because we're seeing one side of something and everything comes from this side. And if I don't resonate with that side or connect with that side, we are automatically never engaged with each other. Because I do have people that are in my feed that every time they pull up something, I don't pay much attention to it. But when they do something else, I'm always like, oh, look at that picture. Because I don't need to engage or resonate with everything. And then, of course, I've got people that if they came if they did a video of themselves like walking to the mailbox, I'd watch it, because I'm just riveted by everything they do, because they do such a great job, right, of hitting all 9 points. Now, let me say this. Am I doing like 9 points every single week all the time? And I'm sitting right, no, I like, don't make this harder than it needs to be. Yes. And Shauna, there is a lot of overlap. I could show a lifestyle one that certainly might also relate to my hobbies and activities. So I'm not saying this is what I call science of Suzanne, right? This isn't like perfect. There's going to be overlap. There's going to be, right? But how many of you put me in the chat can see that you've only been doing a couple of these? Like you've probably been coming from 1 to maybe 3, right? So think about the difference in coming from 9 perspectives.